Alright, welcome back. In the previous video, I was telling us about the definition of rehearsals and the difference between rehearsal and practice. So in this video, I'm going to be telling us about 6 to 7 to 8 differences between practice and rehearsal. So let's get straight to the point. So I've been able to scribble some things down so I don't mix it up. Do you understand? Now, the first thing we say is that practice is personal. Rehearsal is done in groups. Practice is personal, rehearsal is done in groups. That's number one. Now, number two, practice takes time. Rehearsal should not take time. Practice does what? Takes time. Rehearsal should not take time. Why? Because practice, you're just trying to learn these things newly for the first time. Master them on your own, individually. Rehearsal is where you come and put the things together. Going to market is like practice. Rehearsal, practice is like cooking. Rehearsal is warming the food or microwaving it. Cooking is longer than warming the food. So when your rehearsal is becoming so long, it is no longer a rehearsal, it is a practice. If a rehearsal is long, it means that the parts that are playing a role in that rehearsal, they have not gotten their practice very well. They've not mastered the practice. This is why rehearsals are long, because they have the nature of practice. So when a rehearsal is becoming too long, just know, say, now what it is supposed to do for practice, now they no do. That's why we are taking so much time. So number two is that a rehearsal should not be long. A practice is what should be long because it's done on your own and you're trying to learn these things. That's number two. I hope you get the point. Number three, practice could be stressful. Rehearsal is expected to be less stressful. Hinging on what we have said on the second point, practice should be or could be stressful. Now, NEPA does bring light to. Practice could be stressful because you are trying to learn this thing. Just the way cooking, they are stressful sometimes. But to warm food, they stressful. Rehearsal is not expected to be stressful. Why? You are putting all the components, all the elements that have been practiced individually and separately, you are putting them together. Rehearsal should not be stressful, guys. It should be enjoyable. Practice can be boring. Most of the times will be boring. When your rehearsal is becoming boring, then we are getting it wrong. You can't tell me anything about it. No. Yes, you can't tell me anything about it. Rehearsal should be enjoyed. Now practice 9 day boring, 9 day get stress. But when you are coming together, you are putting harmony. These things, they sweet. There's a way they enter body. You understand? That's point number 3. Now point number 4. Practice can be done anywhere. Rehearsal should, mark my word, and this is a must, should be done with the instruments. Now, practice can be done anywhere. You feel a sweep now. You put your earpiece, your headphone, earphones, whatever. You put that way they put for ear. You put them. You are listening to it. You are writing down your parts. You are taking notes. You are scoring whatever you need to score. I'm going to do a video on how to score a song. That's by the way. So you are focusing on the teams, the major teams, the minor teams. You understand? And you are putting all those things in place as you are maybe doing your house chores. You are even maybe attending to clients or whatever. You carry your earpiece, you put them. Because your subconscious mind is unconsciously or subconsciously absorbing what you are listening to. So you can do that anywhere. You feel travel, you feel dayside bus now. You do dayside plane, you put your earpiece and anything you want to do. But when it comes to rehearsal should be done with the band. Why? Your band may be saying only guitar then get. If you be saying only drum then get. I'm not saying it has to be with the entire instrument. No. Maybe your own presentation. Now you want do your presentation with conga or with talking drum. So when you are doing rehearsal, you should rehearse with that instrument you are going to use in the performance. That's what I meant. Practice can be done anywhere, but rehearsal should be done where you are going to perform. That's point number 4. I know you have questions. What if, for example, this mostly happens to maybe upcoming band members where they don't have place to rehearse, like you don't have the stage to actually rehearse what you are supposed to perform. Don't worry, we'll get to that. Just ask your questions. We'll get to that. So that's number 4. Practice can be done anywhere, but rehearsal should be done where you are going to. This is why we have high quality music performances in the secular world. That's outside the church. But you have, in quote, poor performances in the church, because most churches do not open up the church where the choir, the band, the team, the music team are going to perform or are going to minister, and they expect the same performances that people outside are giving for their own choir members to get when the platform is not there. That's what they talk about. The talk said they even make me they sweat. But that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. Now English with that too. That's the truth. I think I'll cultivate that English. That's the truth. Are we together? So, number 4 is that rehearsal can be done anywhere. Practice can be done anywhere, but the rehearsal should be done where you are expected to deliver. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Just a minute, please.